Okay, you're most welcome again. Let's look at trigonometry, and that is our lesson 2 of trigonometry. Please, this is best for senior 5 and senior 6 advanced level trigonometry. We are in for lesson 2. Example 1, they are saying find the values of theta for theta is between, this one's read as values of theta between 0 and 180 degrees. This one here, in simple terms, we call it a range. And now what I mean by range is the answers we shall be getting here shouldn't go beyond this. The answer should be between 0 and 180. Don't report an answer like a negative answer, because this range is positive, or a range which is like 210 degrees. It can't go into 100. It should be highest must be this and lowest must be that. Okay, good. Now we have this first example. They are saying cos theta is equal to a half. Now just to remind you, if they say values of theta, in simple terms, this word theta means angle. That word theta means angle. So in simple terms, they want us to get the angles here. Okay, good. But you will allow me put this for clarification. Cos theta is equal to positive a half, like that. Now, in the solutions here, shall say, that, all right, if we have a cos theta is equal to positive a half, I know I'm putting that positive. Now, you would ask, what's the use of this positive here? The use of this positive is to help you locate the quadrant. It helps you to locate the quadrant where cos theta, but of course we go by this, where cos theta is what? Is positive. Where cos theta is positive, like that. Now, next, what we're going to do is say theta is equal to a cos inverse over half, like that, a cos inverse over half. Of course, to get the angle, you need to get the inverse of that. So theta is equal to, when you press a cos inverse over half on your calculator, you will get 60 degrees. Now, the angle you get after pressing the inverse, we call it a primary angle. This one we call it a primary angle. And after primary angle, we always advise you to now follow this positive here to know, locate the quadrants where cos theta is a positive. Okay, good. Now, and in locating the quadrants, we agreed that we shall be using these circles here. These circles, all right. So, and these circles agree that this one is 0, a 90, 180, a 270. Back here we go to a 360. Now, what happens is, we know that for this, we know that is all student teachers cry. And this means that is for sine theta, this is tan theta, this is cos theta. Now, I mean that positive cos, positive tan, negative sine, rather than positive sine. The one you are seeing here is already positive. It's already positive. It's already positive. The rest will be negatives. If I told you the area in that area. Okay, good. Now let's see. Where is, as per this positive, let's see where is cos a positive in these quadrants here. You see that cos is a positive there and a positive there. In these quadrants, cos is a negative. Now, after putting those ticks, you must go and follow the range. The range says from what? From 0 to 180. Meaning that our range says we must only get our answers from 0 to 180. Our answers must only end there, like that highlighted area. So, and you realize that, so our answers must be in that highlighted area. You see that? This tick down will not work. Why? Because 0 to 180, maybe I do like this. Our answer must be in that area there. And you see that you only have one tick. And now, but we said, whenever I have this circle, here we have theta, here I have 180 minus theta, here I have 180 plus theta, here I have 360 minus theta. But you realize that you're only having theta in this area where the tick is. So therefore, and now where you see theta is this primary angle. Theta is that primary angle. And you see that now in the end, our final answer will just be 60 degrees. Example 2, cos theta is equal to negative a half. They are the same, but they're only changing in the signs there. And I have to emphasize this. This negative here changes the answer a little bit. Okay, now we shall say, okay, solution, we shall now say that cos theta, all right, cos theta is equal to a negative a half, but this negative, okay, does what? Helps you to locate the quadrant where cos theta is a negative. So locate where cos theta is a negative. Locates where cos theta is a negative. Yep. Now, having done that, let's see where cos theta is a negative. Of course, a quadrant. Having done that, let's now go and get the inverse. So we shall now say theta is equal to a cos inverse. Please, when you're getting the inverse, we get the inverse of a positive number. Why? Because the negative is only there to show you the quadrant. So when you're pressing the inverse, you press the inverse of a positive number. So this will be now theta is equal to a cos inverse over half will give us a what? A 60. Please, the negative only shows you the quadrant where your cos theta will be a negative. Don't press it here. Some people prefer putting it as a negative there and you end up getting wrong answers. So after that, let's now go to our circle. Our circle is here. Our circle is here. So you realize that here we're going to have theta. Here we have 180 minus theta. Here you have 180 plus theta. Here you have, all right, 360 minus theta. Let's see, where is the cos a negative? Why is cos a negative? You realize that from all student teachers cry, all, here cos is a positive. Student, we have only sign here, so cos is a negative. Teachers, we have only tan here as a positive. The rest are negatives, including that cos. You say that cos is a negative here and here. But as per the range, it's 0, 90 to 180. So our answers must be in that area. That's what the range is allowing us to do. And the tick resides only here. And that means that 180 minus theta. Theta is this angle I've got after the inverse. So 180 minus theta. So theta will be equal to 180 minus 60. Our answer will be 120 degrees. And that has been successfully solved. Let's now move on to this. All right. So we have cosec theta is equal to 2. We agreed in lesson 1 that cosec theta is a reciprocal of what? Is a reciprocal of sine. So we shall now say solution. Cosec theta is equal to 2. And now cosec means 1 over a sine theta. Please better go in lesson 1 and memorize what those reciprocals mean. So 1 over sine theta is equal to that. Okay. Now what we're going to do here, let's multiply on either side. So this will be now sine of theta times a 1 over sine theta is equal to, multiplying by sine theta on both sides, sine of theta. This will go away. And now what we're going to have afterwards will be that a 1 is equal to a 2 sine theta. Like that. When you try to divide by 2, you see that. All right, what are going to have there? You see that you shall have a sine theta is equal to a half. Sine theta is equal to a half. Take note, this half is a positive. The use of that positive tells you which quadrant is sine a positive. So theta will be equal to, I want to get an angle, so I'll go in for an inverse, a sine inverse over half. So now theta is equal to, when you press on the calculator, sine inverse over half is 30 degrees. Like that. Now let's see which quadrant is sine a positive. Which quadrant is sine a positive? Which quadrants? I will draw here. Which quadrant is sine a positive? Remember here we have theta. Here we have 180 minus theta. Here we have 180 plus theta. Here we have 360 minus theta. Where is sine a positive? Or sine is a positive there. Student, sine is a positive there. So in the first and second quadrant, sine is a positive. Remember, as per the range, the answers must be just in that area. So now your theta will now be, so where the ticks are, we have theta, which is 30. Here I have 180 minus theta, 180 minus theta, but theta is 30. So 180 minus 30, that will be what? 150 degrees. And that has been successfully solved. Okay, good. All right, let's now look at the last value. We have sampled, whatever you have this category, a cos theta plus 60 in brackets is equal to a half. Please, this one is taken just to be just one angle. This is an angle. And let's see how we go about this. Now, having this, What are we going to do? We shall say solution. Solution shall now say that a cos of theta plus 60 degrees is equal to a half. I'm just writing it for easy follow up. Now, shall say now theta plus 60 degrees, I want to get an inverse. This is one angle, is equal to a cos inverse of a half, like that. So still, this is your angle, theta plus 60 degrees is equal to, cos inverse of a half is 60. Please press your calculator. Make sure your calc is in radians. Make sure your calc is in radians. Make sure your calc is in degrees. Make sure your calc is in degrees. Okay, now we have 60. This is a primary angle. I told you after primary angle, next, you must move to this. Don't rush to bring a 60 this side. No. From there, you go and see which answers you'll get when you have that. So, I'll go back to my circles. Here I have theta, I have 180 minus theta, I have 180 plus theta, I have a 360 minus theta. Okay. Now, where is cos a positive? Why positive? Is because half was a positive. Okay. Now, where is cos a positive? All cos is a positive here. Student, teachers, cry. So, positive there and there. But as per the range, our answer must remain only there. Now, it means that our theta will just remain 60. Definitely, please. Here it is by accident that is 60, but not all the time. So that will be now a theta plus 60 degrees equals to, our tick is in the theta region, so to just a theta, like that. Solve. So it will be theta plus 60 minus 60 equals to 60 minus 60. This goes away. So now your theta will be equal to 0 degrees. Now, I want to give you another hint. Whenever you see that the answer you have is 0 degrees, then also you are advised to report this answer 180. Why? Because in the range you have 0. Whenever you see 0, report 180 also, because it exists in the range. So I will say, 180 degrees. That has been lesson 1. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I told you the subscription you make is a token, or token of appreciation. So you make sure you subscribe. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Again, proceed with example 3. So example 3, they're saying that solve the following equations for values of theta between 0 degrees and 360. It is another example yet. We are still growing up in trigonometry. Okay, now the range from 0 to 360, meaning that our answer shouldn't exceed that level. All right, good. Let's start with this first example here. Shall now say, right, shall say solution. Now this will be, okay, now maybe one thing which you must know is, I will say recall. Don't forget this. When you have sine squared theta, this is the same as just sine theta squared. That's what it means. We only write this for simplicity of writing and avoiding the brackets, but this is what it means. And that means that here we shall have sine squared theta being equal to a quarter. This will mean that to remove this square here, you introduce a square root, and also introduce a square root there. So these two cancels with that root. So now that will be a sine theta is equal to, when you press on the calculator, square root of a quarter will be 1/2. That is the square root of a quarter. And whenever you introduce a square root by your own in mathematics, this must be positive, negative. You attack that. And I guess you all know about that. So therefore, you must now come and get the answer in two categories. We have two answers here. Sine theta is equal to positive a half, or sine theta is equal to negative a half. So now I will say, in the first case, okay, maybe for simplicity, I will say sine theta is equal to positive a half. That must be handled, comma. Sine theta is also having negative a half. Take note, always whenever you have these ones here, where you're introducing your own square root, then you must attach a positive and a negative. All right, good. Now, let's come and handle this, shall we say. First case, when sine theta is equal to positive a half, what are we going to have? So this will be theta is equal to a sine inverse of a half. So theta will be the same as sine inverse of a half will give us what? Will give us a 30. And after giving us a 30, you'll allow me to understand that I will put my circles here. I put my circles here. Let the circle be here. This one which we use to answer that. And now we divide it into 3 quadrants, theta 180 minus theta 180 plus theta 360 minus theta. So that's what I have. Now where do we have sign as a positive? Remember, the range from 0 to 360, this is 0, 90, 180, 270, and this one here is a 360. This means that we are moving all around the circle. So we're going to use all the quadrants. You're going to use everywhere. So wherever you see a tick, you have to use it. Okay, now let's see. Where is sign a positive? All student, we have a tick there. Sign is a positive there. Sign is also positive there. How about here? Sign is not negative, sign is negative. So you have 2 ticks. 1, 2. Therefore, let's use those ones. So shall say theta is now equal to, take the theta itself, which is 30, comma, the 180 minus theta, but 180 minus 30 will be 150 degrees. That is for the case sin theta is equal to positive a half. Then we shall say when sin theta is equal to negative a half, which answers are we going to have? This will be now theta is equal to a sine inverse of a half. I told you the negative only tells you which quadrant you're going to put that the sine theta. So this will now be theta is equal to sine inverse of a half is 30, like that. Now let's respect the negative now. The work of the negative comes into play. The work of the negative comes into play. So you have theta, 180 minus theta, 180 plus theta, 360 minus theta. Let's see, where is sine negative? Sine is negative there and there. So therefore, the answer should be this and that. And now, our theta will be equal to, the first answer is 180 plus theta. This is 180 plus 30. That is 210 degrees, comma. The next answer is 360 minus theta, which is 30. 360 minus 30 will be 330. Now, this will call off your some cram work, which some people have. Some people think that the angle you get after pressing in the your inverse must always appear in the answer. It is a no. The answers come from this side. All right, good. Now, we have these answers and have these answers. You come and now conclude and say, therefore, theta is equal to, you combine. You can start with the smallest, 30, followed by 150, followed by 210, and lastly is the 330 degrees. And that's how we solve that question. Okay, let's now look at part B. They're saying cos 2 theta is equal to a half. Now there is some uniqueness you see. Here we have sin theta, but here we have cos 2. There is a 2 in there. The angle coefficient 2 theta. So still we shall say solution we shall now say, okay, cos 2 theta is equal to a half. Cos theta is equal to a half. So here we shall now say that 2 theta is equal to a cos inverse of a half. You all know a half is the positive and the work of the positive, you know it. So now this one we shall get 2 theta is equal to, okay, cos inverse of a half is equal to 60 degrees. Now, having done that, whenever you have this 2 theta, 3 theta, 4 theta onwards, you must now harmonize the range. You must harmonize the range. You must harmonize the range. Yes, harmonizing the range. What do we do? Harmonize the range, what do we do? You must now come and say, your range is from 0, theta, 360, like that. Now what you do to harmonize the range, we multiply this range by that angle coefficient. If it is 3, it's times 3. If it is 2, times 2, like we have there. So 2 times 0 will be 0. 2 times theta will be 2 theta. 2 times 360 will be a 720 degrees. That's what you're having. Now, here I have harmonized the range. Please take note, whenever there is a 2 or 3 or 4 here, these are the steps. Okay, next then, after doing that, then you shall say accumulate angles. Accumulate the angles. Accumulate the angles. Accumulate the angles. Now, in the area of accumulating the angles, what do we do? You now bring this. Oh, you now bring this. By the way, what we left out here is, I'm sorry, but what left out here is, like say for example here, we got after the inverse, we were meant to go in for this circle. I'm really sorry. We're going for this circle here. For this circle, here we have theta, 180 minus theta, 180 plus theta, 360 minus theta. We're going for this. Where is cos as a positive? Here and there. So our answer will be 60. Have it there, comma. Now 360 minus 60, that will be 300 degrees. I hope you have understood that. I followed this to get this before you can now come on to this. Now, this area of accumulating the angles, you have it as 2 theta is equal to a 60. Now, I'm going to see how I accumulate this. My answer will be there. My answer will be there, comma, 300. Okay. My answer will be there, and maybe my answer will be, all right, there. Now, what you do, you get your calculators. Then we see how we can accumulate. All right, let's see how we accumulate here. And the accumulation is a bit simple. What you do now, in the accumulation, you come and get this 60 degrees. To accumulate means you're going to keep on adding, increase. So you get this 60 plus the highest value in the range. The highest value in the range is 360. So the first point you get 60 plus 360, that will give us 420. Then, where you are here, continue, add 360 on this. So 420 plus 360. Accumulating, you just add on this. The answer you get plus 360. The answer you get plus 360. All right, this one is giving me 780. But then look at this. Our highest, after harmonizing the range, we end at 720. So 780, I will discard it. It will no longer be in my answers. Okay, now I finished to accumulate this. Let's accumulate this. So 300 plus 360 will give us 660 degrees. Now 660 degrees plus 360 will give me 10,020, like that. And now, is it in this range you have harmonized? No. So you cancel it away. There like that. So now finally we shall have that a 2 theta is equal to a 60, a 240, a 300, a 660. The other I've discarded them because they go beyond the range. Now what you do, since you have 2 theta, but the answer we want should be values of theta. Values of theta. So therefore you come and divide by 2. What you have done this side, you do it for each and every angle. You do it for each and every angle. You do it for each and every angle. So when you cancel that, you see that your theta will now be equal to, what are we having here? We're going to have, okay, 30 degrees, 120 degrees. This will be a 150 degrees, then a 330 degrees. Okay, that is it. All right, let's proceed. Let's have our last example on example 3. We have done the part A, B, then we are looking at part C. Solve the following equations for values of theta. Okay, we have this. Now, okay, maybe let's complete up this. It's meant to be equal to root 3. It's meant to be equal to root 3, like that. Okay, let's solve that. So shall I say solution, this will be tan 3 theta minus 45 is equal to root 3. And after that, we shall say now, this is just an angle 3 theta minus a 45 is equal to tan inverse of a root 3. You must be getting ready to press that on your calculator. Tan inverse of root 3. Okay, now we shall now have 3 theta minus a 45 degrees will be equal to tan inverse of root 3 is equal to 60. Tan inverse of root 3 gives us a 60. Now, let's see, tan here, this value was a positive, so we look for where tan is a positive. Allow me to do it from here. Okay, allow me to do it from here. So theta, 180 minus theta, 180 plus theta, 360 minus theta. That's what you're having. Now, where is tan a positive? All tan is positive there. Student, teachers here. So in the first and the third quadrant, tan is a positive. So now our answers are going to be 3 theta minus 45 degrees is equal to Now where we have theta, it will come back 60, comma. Then next is 180 plus theta. That is 180 plus 60. And that will be 240. So 240, like that. So now that will be, all right, good. Please, I know what your mindset is telling you. You want to go and sort of take the 45 this side and later divide. Please, no. Remember this guy. I told you whenever 3 theta, whenever you have 2 theta, 3 theta, 4 theta, always think about accumulating. And in the accumulating, we harmonize the range. Harmonizing the range, let's multiply this range times 3. That is 0 less 3 theta less. Now 3 60 times 3. 360 times 3, use a calculator always. So 360 times 3, that will be 1080. That will be 1080. So therefore, that's where we're going to end. Now let's go and accumulate. That will now be 3 theta minus 45 is equal to, I want to accumulate this guy, is 60. I'll have there, its accumulation. Then also accumulate this. Okay. Right, good. So we are going to have AB. From there, you're going to have that, you're going to have that. Then I'll bring in the 240. Its accumulations will be there. Okay, let's proceed. Now you find that now, I said in the accumulating, you get this angle, you add 360 plus this angle. Why 360? If here we have 0 to 180, you would add plus 180. That is it. So you're going to have 60 plus 360. That is 420. After accumulating, that is 420 degrees. Now 420 plus 360. 420 plus 360 will be 780. And you see that indeed 780 fits in this area. 780 fits in this harmonized range. 780 fits there. Now 780 plus 360. It gives us 1000. What it gives us is this 1140. And this is beyond this. So I will not put it there. Now I go and accumulate the 240. So 240 plus 360. That is 600. That is 600. You have here a 600 degrees, comma. All right. So that plus 360 to give us a 960. 960 plus 360 will give us this 1320, which is beyond this. So I'll end there. Now what we're going to do next is this 45 comes and adds here, first of all, on each and every angle. So this will now be 3 theta is equal to 45 comes and adds on this. That will be 60 plus 45, comma, 420 plus 45, comma. I'm writing small because the space is not that enough. 780 plus 45, okay, comma, 240 plus 45, comma, 600 plus 45, and lastly 960 plus 45. Oh, which answer are you now going to have in the long run? Which answer are you going to have? So here we're going to have that 3 theta is now equal to this will be 105, comma, 420 plus that will be 465, comma, that will be 78, that will be 225, 240 plus that will be 285, then 600 plus that will be 645. Lastly, we have that 960 plus that will be 205. Rather 1005. 1005, like that. Now to remove the 3, you divide by 3, you divide by 3, you divide by 3, by 3, by 3, by 3, and by 3 there. Okay, you'll allow me have our final answer in this area. So now theta will be equal to, the final answer will be 105 divided by 3. That is a 35 degrees. Okay, a 465 divided by 3. That is 155. Okay, we have 225 divided by 3. That will give us a 75. Okay, we shall have a 285 divided by 3. That will give us a 95. Then we shall have a 645 divided by 3. That will be 215 degrees. Then lastly, we have 1005 divided by 3. That will give us a 335 degrees. And that will be our final answer. Okay. Please, you try out these ones here. A try, you have sine squared 2 theta. Oh, I didn't complete them up. Sine squared 2 theta is equal to 1 over root 2. Please, I'm completing this up. 1 over root 2. You try out that. Right. So, we have this one is sec 2 theta. Sec 2 theta, where sec 2 theta equals to 2. By the way, that one was there already. Okay. So, you try out those ones there. And please, you can inbox, send in WhatsApp the answers you have, or if there is any problem or any hard question you have, you can please inbox me. All right. Thank you for attending.